the online platform for GATE Agriculture Engineering. And this is all about me. Today we are going to start the new topic, that is engine. And friends, I think all of you have studied the engine for your semester examinations, and I am supposing that you all have covered the theoretical portion of engine for your semester examination, means the differences between the two-stroke engine, four-stroke engine, and there are many terms and many definitions are there. I think all of you have covered for your semester examination. And if you have little bit know about it, I have posted a video on animation working of two-stroke engine and four-stroke engine. So you can watch that video also. I will put the link in the description of this video. आप उस वीडियो को देख सकते हो, जिससे आपने अगर टू स्ट्रोक इंजन एंड फोर स्ट्रोक इंजन का वर्किंग आपको अगर क्लियर ना हो तो आप उस वीडियो को देख के अपना कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर कर सकते हो. And friends, in today's video, I am mostly going to talk about the whatever the questions asked in the GATE examination regarding the engine topic. I will not tell you anything regarding your semester examination. I will tell only those portion that will come in your GATE examination. And friends, this is the rough diagram of engine cylinder with piston, connecting rods, crankshaft, camshaft, whatever. I think all of you have covered this for your semester examinations. Now friends, coming to the first topic, that is compression ratio. Friends, theoretically I think all of you know that what is compression ratio, but at molecular level I will tell you what is compression ratio. Friends, it is the ratio of total volume inside the cylinder divided by the clearance volume. Friends, you first have to understand the difference between the stroke volume and the clearance volume. Friends, our piston is moving inside the cylinder and piston is moving from the top head center to the bottom dead center. Means whatever the volume it is covering from the top dead center, from the bottom dead center, that is called the swept volume or stroke volume, or that is denoted by VD. Here I have denoted the VD. You see the VD portion. VD portion is the swept volume or stroke length volume. But friends, the piston, whenever the piston has gone to the top dead center, still there is difference. There is little bit volume remaining between the piston head and the cylinder head. Means little bit gap is there. Here you can see that this gap I have shown by VCC, means VCC volume. Here you see in this slide, the VCC volume is the clearance volume of the cylinder. So friends, I think all of you might get clear about the swept volume and the clearance volume. So compression ratio is the ratio of this swept volume plus clearance volume divided by the clearance volume, means VD plus VCC divided by VCC. फ्रेंड्स, क्लियरेंस वॉल्यूम जो होता है हमारा, वो जब हमारा पिस्टन टॉप डेड सेंटर पे होता है तो पिस्टन और सिलेंडर के बीच लिटिल बिट गैप होता है, और वही गैप जो होता है हमारा वो क्लियरेंस वॉल्यूम होता है. और स्वेप्ट वॉल्यूम जो होता है वो होता है हमारा पिस्टन का जो मूवमेंट होता है टॉप डेड सेंटर से बॉटम डेड सेंटर का, वो जो वॉल्यूम स्वेप्ट होता है उसे हम स्वेप्ट वॉल्यूम बोलते हैं, या फिर स्ट्रोक लेंथ वॉल्यूम भी बोल सकते हैं उसे. Now friends, see here it is more clearly written. Here you can see that top dead center, bottom dead center, cylinder bore and clearance. Here you friends, you see that clearance is given. I think all of you can get clear with your concept. And stroke length means L, stroke length. Friends, for calculating the stroke length or stroke volume or stroke displacement, you have to simply use the formula for calculating the volume of cylinder, because the cylinder is present. So pi by 4 into d square into L. Friends, remember here that d square is the cylinder bore or cylinder diameter and L is the stroke length. Friends, you clearly understand that L is the stroke length, not the total cylinder length. आपको ये चीज समझनी है कि एल जो होता है वो स्ट्रोक लेंथ होता है, मींस टॉप डेड सेंटर से बॉटम डेड सेंटर का डिफरेंस होता है, ना कि वो सिलेंडर का टोटल लेंथ होता है। सिलेंडर का टोटल लेंथ ऑलवेज ग्रेटर देन द स्ट्रोक लेंथ होगा। And friends, clearance volume is given to you in the question, because clearance volume, it is difficult to calculate the clearance volume. So in whatever the questions coming from 1988 to up to now in GATE examination, every question the clearance volume is given. So you can easily use this logic, that compression ratio formula, I have simplified it into 1 plus Vs by Vc. Now friends, see first question. Here it is given that 4-cylinder 4-stroke cycle CI engine is given that has total swept volume of 0.004 meter cube, and it has the clearance volume per cylinder is 62.5 into 10 to the power 6, and in the compression ratio it is asking. Friends, this question is looking very easy, but most of the students will do mistakes here. They are simply adding both these volume given, they are adding 0.004 plus 62.5 into 10 to the power 6, and they are doing divided by 62.5 into 10 to the power 6. They are simply doing this, and they are definitely getting the wrong answer. So you should read the question carefully. Here it is given that the total swept volume of 4-cylinder 4-stroke, means हमें टोटल चारों सिलेंडर का जो मिला के वॉल्यूम है वो गिवन है हमें 0.004 मीटर क्यूब। तो फर्स्ट थिंग यू सी हियर इन द फॉर्मूला, इट इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर ओनली वन सिलेंडर, मींस क्लियरेंस वॉल्यूम and the swept volume both are useful for only one cylinder, both are applicable, and here it is given total swept volume for 4 cylinder. So first thing you should do, that convert the total volume for 4 cylinder into the swept volume for 1 cylinder. आपको एक सिलेंडर के लिए कन्वर्ट करना है, so you should divide by 4 and after that remaining things are easy, you can get the answer, that is 70. Now friends, see another question. A six cylinder engine has this stroke length and this bore diameter and compression ratio this, and it is asking about the displacement of engine. Friends, you should remember this term, that displacement of engine is always the swept volume. Means आपको ये चीज याद रखनी है कि जो इंजन का डिस्प्लेसमेंट होता है वो हमेशा ही उसका स्वेप्ट वॉल्यूम होता है, और आपको पता है स्वेप्ट वॉल्यूम इज इक्वल टू पाई बाई 4 इंटू डी स्क्वायर इंटू एल. सो यू सिंपली पुट all these values, and friends, it is asking the displacement of engine, means engine has 6 cylinder, and all of you know that pi by 4 into d square into l is for one cylinder, means एक सिलेंडर के लिए जो हमारा स्वेप्ट वॉल्यूम निकलता है वो pi by 4 into d square into l होता है, और for 6 cylinder it is a engine of 6 cylinder, so you should multiply by 6 and you can get the answer. Now friends, see another term which is commonly used here, that is volumetric efficiency. Friends, volumetric efficiency, the power output of IC engine depends upon the amount of charge, means the जो भी पावर हमारा IC इंजन का आउटपुट निकलेगा वो डिपेंड करता है कि हाउ मच चार्ज वी हैव पुट इन द सिलेंडर, मीन्स हाउ मच इनटेक वी हैव टेकन, हमने कितना इनटेक लिया है. So this is referred to the breathing capacity of engine and expressed as volumetric efficiency, which is defined as ratio of volume of air induced measure at free condition to the swept volume of cylinder. Friends, you remember that volumetric efficiency is the ratio of amount of air the cylinder has taken divided by total swept volume of the cylinder. Means वॉल्यूमेट्रिक इफिशिएंसी होता है वो कितना सिलेंडर में एयर आया डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल स्ट्रोक वॉल्यूम ऑफ द सिलेंडर, में स्वेप्ट वॉल्यूम ऑफ द सिलेंडर होगा. आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ यू नो दैट फॉर स्वेप्ट वॉल्यूम ऑफ सिलेंडर इज इक्वल टू पाई बाई 4 इंटू डी स्क्वायर इंटू एल, एंड द टोटल amount of air which is coming inside the cylinder it is given in the question. Either they are not given directly the volume of the air, they are given the mass of air, or they are giving the density of air. So you can easily convert the mass and volume means mass and density relationship and get the volume. फ्रेंड्स आपको याद रखनी है कि हमारा जो सिलेंडर होता है उसका फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी शुड कैलकुलेट द स्वेप्ट वॉल्यूम. First thing we should do that calculate the swept volume of cylinder, that is pi by 4 into d square into L, and after that we will see that whether in question the volume of gas enter into the cylinder is given or not. So we should calculate the amount of gas enter the cylinder, and after that we take the ratio of both these terms, then after we can get the volumetric efficiency. Now friends, see another here question. Here it is given that बोर स्ट्रोक सिलेंडर का गिवन हुआ है क्वेश्चन में, हमें डेंसिटी एयर की गिवन है और एयर इनटेक हमें कितना ग्राम पर साइकिल ये भी क्वेश्चन में गिवन है. फ्रेंड्स एयर हमें ग्राम में गिवन है, मीन्स फर्स्ट थिंग हमें करना है वी शुड कन्वर्ट इट इनटू kg, means divided by 10 to the power minus 3. And friends, you should calculate the swept volume of cylinder, that is pi by 4 into d square into L. So you can get 4.83 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter cube the volume of swept volume of cylinder. After that you should calculate the air intake. I think all of you know that the density is equal to mass by volume. From there you can calculate the volume of air, that is 4 into 10 to the power minus 4, and after that volumetric efficiency you can get that is 83%. Now friends, see another concept. It is very useful and many times it is, I think all of you have studied in your intermediate classes about the adiabatic gases and adiabatic gas pressures. So many times questions has been asked upon this topic. So you should remember, I wish all of you should remember at least one relationship so that you can derive the other relationships from this relationship. Here you can see that T2 by T1 is equal to B1 by B2 ka power K minus. Friends, I have replaced the K, I have taken that is gamma. Most of the time we are using the we are representing it by the term gamma, means adiabatic constant. And I wish all of you should remember this, all the three relationships whatever given here, so that you can easily apply in the question and it will save your time also. Now friends, see the question which is asked upon, fully asked upon this topic. Friends, इस क्वेश्चन में हमें इनिशियल प्रेशर गिवन है, दैट इज 100 किलो पास्कल, एंड जो वॉल्यूम है वो बोलता है कि 1/4 हो जाता है कंप्रेशन से. और इसमें क्वेश्चन में इट इज आस्किंग व्हाट इज द प्रेशर एट द एंड ऑफ स्ट्रोक. फ्रेंड्स, in most of the cases normally we will take the gamma, means K value, that is 1.3 or 1.4 in most of the questions. If it is not given in the question, then you can take it as 1.3, or otherwise if it is given in the question then you can put whatever the value given in the question. So you should simply use the relationship from here that P2 by P1 is equal to V1 by V2 to the power whole power K. So V1 by V2 you replace here and you put all these values, you can get the answer, that is 606.28 kilopascal. Now friends, coming to the most important portion of the engine, means farm power. I think all of you should get master on this topic. And friends, many students have many type of confusion regarding the units of this, means indicated power. There are many students have remember that plan 4560 like that. Many students have remember like plan 6 divided by 60. Means many type of confusion to different students. Friends, I will tell you the best way to remember, not to remember any, means any specific unit. You simply go by SI unit, whatever the standard units, means I think all of you know that for area the standard unit is meter square, for length standard unit is meter, for pascal for pressure standard unit is pascal, for for revolution it is you write it in revolution per second. Friends, you clearly notice here that revolution per second होगा यहाँ पे, नॉट की रिवोल्यूशन पर मिनट. आपको रिवोल्यूशन पर सेकंड में अपना n की वैल्यू को कन्वर्ट करना है. एंड n स्मॉल n इज द नंबर ऑफ सिलेंडर. एंड फ्रेंड्स, यू रिमेंबर दैट PLAN into small n means capital N into small n. This is the formula. Whatever places you need, you can easily apply it, and you can get the power value that is in watt. Means you put all these values in SI unit and you get the power in watt. Friends, for 4-stroke engine it is PLAN divided by 2, and for 2-stroke engine it is simply PLAN into small n. You should remember this for both the cases, means 4-stroke and 2-stroke. Friends, many students have confusion that why it is divided by 2 in case of 4-stroke and why it is not divided by 2 in case of 2-stroke. Friends, you should remember that in case of 4-stroke our total means when our total crankshaft is rotating 2 times, then after we are getting 1 power stroke. And in case of 2-stroke our crankshaft is rotating 1 time, is full 1 rotation of crankshaft will give you 1 power stroke. That's why in case of 4-stroke we are dividing by 2, and in case of 2-strokes we are not dividing by 2. And friends, here remember that n is the rotational speed of crankshaft. means हमारा जो crankshaft है उसकी रोटेशनल स्पीड क्या है, उसकी आरपीएस क्या है, वो हमारा होता है n की वैल्यू. आपको कभी भी इस चीज को लेके कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है कि 4-स्ट्रोक में अपन 2 से क्यों डिवाइड करते हैं और 2-स्ट्रोक में अपन डिवाइड क्यों नहीं करते हैं. फ्रेंड्स, 4-स्ट्रोक होता है उसमें 2 बार हमारा क्रैंकशाफ्ट रोटेट करता है तो जाके हमें 1 पावर स्ट्रोक मिलता है, और 2-स्ट्रोक में हमारा 1 रोटेशन पे 1 पावर स्ट्रोक बनता है. आप इस चीज को हमेशा याद रखना. Now friends, this is the indicated hertz indicated power. Friends, I will tell you what is indicated power. Friends, indicated power is the power that is present in the cylinder, that is present at the crankshaft. When our crankshaft is rotating, the power present is indicated power. And brake power. And brake power is the, friends, it is the power after the losses, means after considering the friction losses. Friends, there are 3 types of powers are there. One is the thermal power, that is when our fuel is burned, then after the power generated, that is the thermal power. And after that the thermal power is going to be into the cylinder, means cylinder present, that in the cylinder the power present is the indicated power. And when the friction losses are involved and when friction losses are happen, then after we can get the brake power. Means highest is the thermal power, after that indicated power, and after that brake power. Means this is the sequence of all these powers. And friends, for calculating the brake power, you should simply remember that its formula is 2 pi nt. Friends, 2 pi nt divided by 60. Sorry, I have not written the divided by 60. I think all of you know that n value is in RPM, so you should divide by 60. If n value is in RPS, then you don't need to divide by 60. So you should little bit take care about the units. Now friends, here see that I have written that frictional power is the indicated power minus brake horsepower. Means इंडिकेटेड पावर से हम जो ब्रेक हॉर्स पावर को माइनस करते हैं वो हमारा होता है फ्रिक्शनल पावर. फ्रेंड्स, यू रिमेंबर वन थिंग दैट ब्रेक पावर इज आवर यूजफुल पावर. मीन्स हमारा जो यूजफुल पावर होगा वो ब्रेक पावर ही होता है, और कोई भी पावर हमारा यूजफुल नहीं होता है. इंडिकेटेड पावर हमारा सिलेंडर में होता है, और ब्रेक पावर होता है हमारा डायनेमोमीटर पे होता है, और वो क्रैंक शाफ्ट से होते हुए फ्लाई व्हील को जाएगा, फिर सारी जगह पे इंजन में वर्क करेगा, मीन्स हमारे व्हीकल में. सो ब्रेक पावर इज द यूजफुल पावर. And you can see the graph also. I have clearly shown by graph. You can also see it and keep it in mind. Now friends, one more thing I forgot here. Here you see that mechanical efficiency. Yeah friends, remember that mechanical efficiency is the ratio of brake power divided by indicated power. हमारा मैकेनिकल इफिशिएंसी जो होता है वो रेशियो होता है ब्रेक पावर का और इंडिकेटेड पावर का. So you should remember this that मैकेनिकल इफिशिएंसी की जो रेंज होती है वो 80 to 90% होती है. Now friends, you see one question. It is very easy question. I will read it. It is given that 4 4 सिलेंडर है हमारे पास, और इसमें जो है हमारी पिस्टन स्ट्रोक की लेंथ दी गई है, सिलेंडर की डायमीटर गिवन है, और पिस्टन की स्पीड गिवन है, और इफेक्टिव प्रेशर गिवन है, और ब्रेक पावर इट इज आस्किंग. फ्रेंड्स, इट इज वेरी, first of all we have to see that piston speed. What is the piston speed? You all should remember that piston speed is the speed which the piston attended between the bottom dead center and top dead center. Means हमारा पिस्टन जो है वो एक रिवोल्यूशन ऑफ क्रैंक शाफ्ट में वो इट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम टॉप डेड सेंटर टू बॉटम डेड सेंटर एंड अगेन गो फ्रॉम bottom dead center to top dead center. Means in one revolution of crankshaft the piston will go 2 times of the stroke length, means 2 times of, that's why we can write it at 2 into L into N. This is the piston speed. I think you should remember that in when we are rotating, when the crankshaft is rotating one time, the piston will go to top dead center and return from top dead center also. Means 2 times it will go, one time it will go from bottom dead center to top dead center and again return from top dead center to bottom dead center in one revolution of crankshaft. So you should remember that the friction speed, the piston speed is 2 into stroke length, the distance it has covered, that is L. When stroke length is L, when it is moving 2 times, that's why the distance is 2L, and N is the number of revolution per second, means how many times the crankshaft is rotated at this in per minute. At the same time, twice of that time the piston will go from top dead center to bottom dead center, that's why it is 2LN. Friends, after that remaining all things are easy. You simply put in the plan formula, planning to N by 2, because it is a case of 4-stroke engine and the number of cylinders are 4, so you should do N by 4 by 2 is equal to, you can get the answer, that is 43.24. Now friends, see brake thermal efficiency. Friends, many times questions has been asked upon thermal efficiency also. So there are 2 types of thermal efficiencies. One is brake thermal efficiency, another one is indicated thermal efficiency. Whenever the brake power is given, then it is talking about the brake thermal efficiency, and whenever the indicated power is given, then it is talking about the indicated thermal efficiency. Friends, brake thermal efficiency is brake power divided by MF into CV. Means friends, brake power, I think all of you know that brake power formula is 2 pi nt divided by 60, and the thermal power is equal to, I think all of you know that thermal power is equal to mass into calorific value, M into CV. Means friends, you remember that for thermal power calculation, mass into calorific value